Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go.
Let's start this show.
King Roman News. Coming just for you. King Roman News. Coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News. King Roman News.
King Roman News. Let's start this show. Good morning. I'm talking about fresh off the pot. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I logged on at like about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, and I said, oh, the beef sector is still live this morning. Y'all are going strong and hard. I have not been able to see what is going on, but I'm definitely going to check it out once I get my day started. I had a good night's rest. It's 6:38 a.m. here. I want to say good morning to the members. Good morning to the subscribers. Good morning to my moderators. Good morning to you. Thank you all for being here for another morning episode of the Break Room Show. And, I had to catch myself up to date on celebrity news because I hadn't been, I haven't, followed as much as I normally would be. So this is me really catching myself up on topics, giving you my opinion on stuff that probably was already out here talked about. And then next week I can start fresh on some, how we typically do it. But some of this stuff is just like me wanting to go back and say my opinion on it. So that's what we're going to do today. Good morning. No one cares. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Happy Friday. Cheryl Burnett. Happy Friday to you. Tristan Bell. Good morning. And thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Happy Friday. Miss Margot. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Hey, Dr. Onsite April. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, put your back into it if you want to. Good morning to you. Good morning. So thank you. And I'm going to try my hardest not to get my car towed today. So downtown today where I live, they're having the flower festival. I don't understand this shit. People got to get together and see all these flowers and shit. So they even blocked off literally 5 roads starting at, so it's 6:39 right now a.m. They're starting at 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. You have to move your car so they can set up or you're going to be towed. And I'm parked directly on the spot where, they'll start towing me. So I'm going to be sitting here listening, but I'm going to try to get through this so I cannot afford to have my car towed this weekend or put down anywhere. So if you see me rush through some stuff like, hey, I got to go, it's because I hear a truck because I park right here. So I can hear my car and I can hear if anything happened. I did that purpose. Oh, I'm right here. But it's a flower festival and I probably walk my dog through it. So I just want to let y'all know I ain't dipping off, but I gotta go get my vehicle. Good morning, AJ. Thank you for coming through. Oh, I need to be there. Good morning, good morning. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's jump right into it. So I'm gonna kick it off with just something I saw recently, and I'm like, here we go with this man. Oh God, I can't even see the comments on. Okay, here we go with this man acting a fool, and I didn't get a chance to put the comments underneath um this morning because I was rushing. I was like, damn, should I go move my car? But then when I wanted to go, here comes Eli. I'm like, so I had to go take care of my daddy dog duties. So the first thing I want to talk about is Tyrese. So our brother man, Tyrese. Good morning, human hysteria. Thank you for being here. Good morning to you. Our brother Tyrese has recently been crying out for help, and so I wanted to just do a notable mention at the top of the hour. If you can reach out and touch somebody, touch Tyrese. So Tyrese went on to go to his social media, his Instagram, 3 days ago, I think it was, and he made this big post about how he's going to be pausing a lot of different things, movies. And I think the biggest thing was that Fast and Furious, another video movie coming from that, but he decided to pause that. He needs to get himself right, and mentally he's not in that space of mind no more. It sounds like he doesn't want to do movies anymore. He made a note about how he wants to just get away with Denzel Washington and camp up in this house for about 4 months and pray and talk every day. And so I'm sitting here like, here we go. This man is really going through some shit. And then if you go to his Instagram page and see what else he got on his Instagram page, it's just like he's having a mental breakdown. And I get it. His mom is gone. He doesn't really know too much what else to do. And this happens a lot to people who lose their parents. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're close to him. He seems like he was maybe a mother's boy. So I felt a little bad for him after seeing him crying out. We covered that story, him crying out about his kids, crying out and, doing that. And so I saw this and I said, here he goes, having a mental breakdown. And I watched some of the comments. It was very compassionate. A lot of people reaching out to him, telling him to take time off of social media. And what does he do? He double downs on his post. So Tyrese, I got my arms out on you, bro. Please keep your head up high. I just want to do an honorable mention out to you. I always think that when people put these signs out, we sometimes don't pay attention to them until something happens later down the road. So I definitely want to be the person that said, I told you all, this is why we put our hands on Tyrese and we just bow our heads and pray. So if you can, put your hands on Tyrese's back and offer him some prayer. Well, happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. What movies, what projects? So he was supposed to be doing another Fast and Furious movie. So let me see what's the name of the movie he was supposed to be. He paused Beautiful Pain, his album. He paused The Fast X with Paul. He paused, and that's how he sort of led his thing. He said, Paul, I promise you, I got you, bro. Fast X, I think I need more therapy. I'm still not over losing my mom. Paul, John Singleton, and LaShawn Daniels, when people pass on, they just leave us all here to deal with it. And that's really painful stuff. Pray for me, y'all. Lately, I've been unraveling, painfully processing this all. This divorce has to end. She has dragged this all out for a year and 8 months. I just want peace and to be left alone. Coming up on 3 weeks since I've been able to record my new Beautiful Pain album, I have felt paused. God is trying to tell me something, so I've decided to pause and receive whatever he's trying to tell me. One thing you will understand, in success comes a lot of super random dumb shit. And as the world moves on, because of its short attention span, we just have to sit here and swim in this shit. And most people don't care to notice. Well, I care to notice. And that's why I said something. I'm like, yeah, I can definitely tell like it's something there. So and then to also remember how he was crying out to be in these movies, these Fast and Furious franchises. They didn't want me in it. They want The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and all this good stuff. And then now for you to be pausing it, you're definitely going through something. So again, I just definitely, again, with him, he is always crying. I know he is always crying. I'm just like, bro, you really got to, a lot of things is going on in your life. You need to take a seat. It's okay to not be in the limelight and take a seat and just watch, what the hell. Tyrese has resources. He can afford to see the best professionals in mental health. I don't understand taking it to social media. AJ, I don't understand it either. I don't understand it. And then the shit we want them to take to social media, they don't. They keep that secret, but they bring all this other shit out here like we care. Don't nobody get, I don't really, okay, that's cute. Okay, all right. So again, hands on his back. All right, so let's move on. This next one is just an update, merely an update. So the Orlando amusement park. So, we covered this story about the fatal ride of this young man, and let me make sure I have his name correct. The fatal young ride of Tyre Sampson, who he fell to his death on the Orlando freefall drop tower at Orlando's iconic ride. So a lawsuit was filed Monday in Circuit Court of Orange County claims the ride was unreasonably dangerous and alleges negligence and strict liability against all defendants. Now here's what got me. Sampson's family is seeking in excess of $30,000 in damages under Florida's Wrongful Death Act. So I immediately said this has to be the highest that you can receive during something like this, the Wrongful Death Act, because $30,000 doesn't seem merely enough to amount for the negligence and the damages of what happened. So let's talk about what happened. So they released a report. There was an external report released on exactly what led to this. So they're saying that it was on the part of the individual who was operating the ride. He allegedly he manually maneuvered safe here we go, from the ride and seat manufacturers and the installer to the owners and operators. The defendant had more than enough chances to enact safeguards such as seatbelts that could have prevented Tyre's death. They didn't, and their poor decisions resulted in deadly consequences. Trying to see what. Okay, here we go. So in the report released by the Commissioner of Agriculture and Consumer Services, here's what they're saying. They're saying that there was manual adjustments made to the ride by the operator, which resulted in it being unsafe. More specifically, adjustments are said to have been made to the sensor for the seat in question, allowing for the harness restraint opening to be almost double what was considered normal. These adjustments triggered the illumination of safety lights, despite the victim, 14-year-old Tyre Sampson, not having been properly secured. So basically what they're saying is for you wanted him to be on this ride so bad that you didn't allow the thing to go down properly, that you allowed it to be up at obviously not a normal rate. And the safety sensors lights were illuminating, but you didn't even pay those attention enough to stop the ride. And so the safety lights was telling you that there's no sensor connecting this. So don't let this ride off. This isn't connected still. You still let it go. And we see what happened. So it was good for me to understand that. And it's good for us to know that, because this summer, we always walking away with a lesson over here at the news crew. This summer, as you're taking your family out to these amusement parks and doing all these things, you better be looking at these damn lights and sensors. We know what we know now from this case, that is this light supposed to be on still? That's going to be something I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Is this light supposed to be on? Are you sure it's all the way down? Hell, if you're looking at somebody else, ma'am, I don't think you'll see it all the way down, even if it ain't right. Just that opportunity to double check means something. So, I hope they can sue for a lot more than 30 grand. I think it needs to be a bigger statement sent. You know how I feel about financial harm on folks. It's one of the greatest things and assets of being American. You can inflict financial harm on people through civil cases. So I hope that they can do a lot more than just 30 grand. In the meantime, condolences to the family. You'll never be able to, make up for this loss. And I hope the guy gets like better training, if not terminated. I don't know how to feel about that. I just don't have any opinions about that at all, actually. 30,000. That's what I said, 30,000. But it is Florida, and Florida has a lot of ways to put things in place so that it can only go so far. Yes, pure negligence. Thank God it's Friday. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Rose Bennett. Rest in peace to that poor baby. Rest in peace. And then, so do we keep the ride up? Do we deconstruct the ride? Are y'all training everybody across the board? Like, what the hell are y'all doing? How is this going to be a PR cleanup for you all? It ain't just and then I'd be looking at people going to the park riding that ride. I'd be walking past like, you a bunch of dumbasses. Are you certified? I have so many questions. So many questions. Good morning, Hot Spicy Tea. Thank you for being here this morning. Crazy. It's crazy as hell. Hey, Miss V. Hey, Miss V. I'll stay on the merry-go-round. Okay. Amusement parks terrify me. Falling off those rides are my biggest fear. It is. And that's how I feel about escalators. Like, I would rather take the stairs than the escalators. My cousin graduated from MCC, a college, community college back home, and they had their ceremony at our arena, and somebody decided to get on the arena with a stroller, and it was thousands of people in there, and the stroller cramped up, everybody fell down, and it was a pile up on everybody. I was coming towards the end, my cousin got stuck. I just jumped across. My TT was looking at me. My brother jumped across. We all jumped across. I jumped across because I was finna jump off. I was so terrified. This is why I don't like to be on tight spaces. No, because I don't think people think like me. And so that's why I'd be leery. But that was scary. You know, people got hurt. And so for those reasons, I hate being on escalators around. Like give me feet, especially when I be in the mall. Bitch, can you back up? I know we ain't got to wear masks, but slow your roll. I was doing that in Chicago. Oh, where we was, and I'm like, damn, bitch is tight on the escalator. Y'all real, you know. I mean, I can't even sneeze. That'll make me walk run around and tell people I got the 19. Get the fuck away from me. Yes, I got it. What's up? I want to do that on the airplane too. Fuck off. Lock out, tag out needs to be followed at all times. Things like this need to be held accountable at a criminal level, not just money, but negligent people working, failing at their job need to be jailed. You're absolutely right. I agree, to the point that who in the hell told you that you could allow him to go on even though everybody else's harness is down? You just think that you got it like that, like, oh, you're good, you can go. That to me signals no integrity. You got people out here thinking that their ability to make a sound judgment in these given moments means something. Like, no, you don't have the leeway to do that, bitch. Either you can this thing close all the way down or you don't. If you don't feel comfortable telling a person of his stature or magnitude he can't ride the ride, look for the nearest parent, call someone else over, explain to him, stop to cause a big scene. But you see what happens when you don't do the right thing. Like there would be no reason why I let that man get on that ride. I'd been like, bro, not my job. Go try it 2 blocks down. The girl with a little blonde hair, she be letting everybody on. Go try her, but not over here, bro. My bad. Hey, I give you free popcorn coupon though. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways we could have got around that, but it go again, like you said, the training, the negligence there, it is clearly there. You're right, 100%. There's a lesson here. I always assumed there were safety firewalls that wouldn't allow a ride to work if the belts were locked in. Now we know, right? I'm definitely gonna be looking at lights, like, and especially before we go on the ride and we're looking at other people load up on the ride and get on the ride, we're looking to make, we see, okay, everything click, lights off. That's a lesson for me as I'm now finna get on. Bitch, I saw her lights go off. Why this red one's still on right here? Oh, it'll go off in a minute. You stay right there. Let that minute go by. What the fuck you mean in a minute? You tight? Do I need to say Tyre Sampson? Okay, we got to be vigilant. And it's a very slim chance that these things happen. It doesn't happen like as often as like car crashes and stuff like that. But it's never too late to understand the mechanics of it. I've never trusted those rides. Right? What was he on? The ones that shoot all the way up in the air and drop you down, baby. Been pissed on somebody, just all down there, a whole water show. Oh my God. People who fail to do their job need to be charged 100%. States need to be lobbying for things like this. Too many people die on rides and money only goes so far. I feel you. That's so, yeah, baby. My cousin, that shit, my auntie was like, whoa. And it was sad because the stroller at the bottom didn't pick up. It got stuck and there was a child in the stroller. Thank God somebody snatched the child before everybody came crushing down. The stroller fell down. Everybody piled on. Roman in the back with his brother. We jumped. We young at that point. We jumped, bitch. We jumping over everybody. Like we used to this shit. And it was sad because we saw the fire department coming in. We watching everybody. And it's at her graduation. And I'm like, yeah. Well, I forever remember this. I'm sure my cousin remember this. Good morning, Cash App and bullshit. Thank you for coming through. Oh shit. Good morning, the Church of Diet Melanin. Good morning to you. Good morning. I'm not trusting a carnival worker with my okay. How long you been doing this? Don't tell me we got to start asking for credentials. How long you been doing this? Not a water show, baby. I'm telling you, I like the rides like where you're going inside. You going on a roller coaster ride inside. The ones that you're just standing in a position, you just free fall drop. That's too much on my stomach and my heart. There's a point where I think I had high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to trigger nothing and not snap off. Mm-mm. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So that's the update, you all. I mean, I'm very, very shocked that it's only 30,000, but something tells me that in the state of Florida for their wrongful death act, there's a cap on how much you can sue for per person or maybe per incident, depending on the incident. And I think 30,000 is as much as they can go. I'll stay tuned to this because I'm shocked. I definitely would have been. Now you talking about million, I'd have went high and we can stop low, but we ain't stopping at 30,000. That's just the fucking attorneys. What are we doing? So I'll stay tuned. Now, this next story, it caught everybody like, oh my God, but I'm so glad that I came back and we can break this down. So we can break it down logically and understand why something like this can be good. So people are losing it on Twitter over Elon Musk purchasing the platform. And I'm sitting here thinking like, first of all, did y'all not know that Elon Musk barely had the 44 billion available to come up with? He had to liquidate Tesla shares. The Tesla stock went down. He had to do a lot of different things. And you have to think about it. So if this man is offloading shares to come up with some of the front load cash to close this deal out, that means that he's looking at Twitter to make a profit, right? So if he's looking at Twitter to turn it around and make a profit, you have to be out your fucking mind and think that he's gonna undo the good things about Twitter. I'm a Twitter fanatic. Like I saw this and was like, okay, he's just gonna try to monetize the shit out of Twitter. Donald Trump has already came out and said he's not gonna get back on Twitter. He's gonna continue with trust. Do I believe it? No, he'll be back on when it's around the presidential time for him to run. I think he'll be back on, but I think that he is happy that Elon Musk is at the front of it, but I think that Elon Musk also stepping in this role has to understand the business side of it. And I know people be like, oh, he's finna get in and make it all about conservatives and you can go on there and spew hate and stuff like that. But out of that comes lawsuits. Out of that comes, it's very risky to do that. Why do you think Twitter now has to do, Twitter and Facebook and all these places have to put up these bans and shit because they can go to court putting out false information, having a platform like that. So no, I don't think he's going down that road. I literally think he's going down the road of monetization of a platform that he sees being beneficial around the world. Remember, he's a global thinking person. He's not just, United States of America. He's thinking globally. And they also said this, that man wants the fucking data. He gives zero shit about Twitter. He gives zero shit about the mechanics of Twitter. You know what he wants? He wants our data. What are we talking about? What's trending? That is what's going to be most valuable and what he's going to sell. That helps presidential candidates. That helps building products. That Twitter data is massive and it is huge. Anybody who has their hands on Twitter data as a business owner can go far and fucking wide. And I was listening to somebody that I watch a lot, Calvin, and I reposted his video on my community wall. But I was agreeing, like, yeah, absolutely, this is a money move for him. And it's you have to look at it on both sides. If you are a business owner, this is a win-win for you. I bet you would put dollars up to get information like, trending topics and then what comes underneath that. That's a valuable asset of data in the digital world, especially in metaverse. So I in that aspect, I was like, oh, that's great. That's a win for business owners. Do I think he's going to just make this like you can go in there and say, I hate black people? No, I don't. I don't even see the people that are currently working at Twitter in those offices who man those positions. I don't even see them relinquishing that kind of control. Like, I don't see that happening either. I see this being literally a money move, a business transaction. He has to make up his losses. Everybody thinks that, oh, he has all this money. That man had to offload a lot of shit to put up just the cash. And then, he has to burn it down. So the 43 billion ain't something like they just got offhand. He has to burn that down. There's going to be payments. There's going to be a lot of different things. Plus the board, the shareholders and all those folks have to do the final seal on the deal, meaning they have to put in all their implications. Like, we'll remove you from the chairmanship if X, Y, and Z occurs. All of those things goes into this agreement. So while we, are like, it's more to play it here. I think there would have been a lot of people screaming had it been, Trump trying to buy it. But Elon Musk is different. It's a little bit different here. Now, I could be wrong, and we have a lot of time to tell, but that was just my opinion. I'm like, we'll see. It's just a business move. It's just like, you got to think Jack Dorsey is cool with the likes of Jay-Z, the likes of who owns Sundar Picture, Google. He's cool with all of these folks. So for them, it's just a shuffling of the deck. It's a business move. And I don't see Jack Dorsey and his ties with a lot of liberal folks being as open to something like this if there wasn't some backlash to Elon Musk, like, are you going to do this? I think there would have been those kind of conversations. So I'm not worried. I still feel like I can do what the fuck I want to do on Twitter. If anything, I think he'll allow us to do a little bit more. I think he'll monetize the hell out of it. You can put up videos and monetize the fuck out of it based off view. Same way with YouTube. Like, I think he'll do a great job at that. And honestly, it's time for Twitter to go fast forward. I love the application. So, we'll see. We'll stay tuned. Very interesting. There's no friends in business. Even Elon Musk can't say I'm good for it. Right? Exactly. No, absolutely. 44 billion. Like, he got it. I'm saying, like, oh, that's cute. I know that's a flip on something. How many other people have got in on this deal behind the scenes? Twitter is a powerful tool, and Elon's going to use it. Yes, he is. I bet you it's going to be so much data. Tesla cars going to have Twitter dashboards and shit going all across. That's 7:00. All right. You can start to hearing these damn trucks. All right. So that's how I feel about the Elon Musk thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. So let's get into this. Have you all seen the First Lady? Oh my God. I feel so bad for Viola Davis. I feel so bad for Viola Davis, y'all, because I fucking hate people. Let me just tell you, I fucking hate people. People are so rude and cruel. So before I get into this story, maybe I should just share this clip with you all first. That way we all can go into our opinion together. So check out this clip. It's just a small little clip of Viola Davis starring in The First Lady on Showtime. And this is, I thought, Viola Davis to me is a great actress.
Really? John Edwards have Secret Service? What about John McCain, Mitt Romney?
Probably not.
Yeah. You know why? You're a coon. You're a nigger. Running for president of the United States. So yeah, there's a little difference between you and those other candidates, Barack.
I could be president of the United States. Can you find it in yourself to be a little excited for us?
Excuse me if I can't share in the excitement of my husband potentially being shot.
Now,
Really? John Edwards have Secret Service?
Now, I did not find anything wrong with that. It's Viola Davis. She's not going to look like Michelle Obama. She's not going to do that. But baby, they ate her ass up. Critics, film critics, and the audience ate her ass up. And so she went on to respond to it. And it was really, listening to her response, it was very candid. It was very open and honest. And so in an interview with BBC News, she said that it's incredibly hurtful when people say negative things about your work. She admitted it's an occupational hazard of the film and TV industry. How do you move on from the hurt, from failure? But you have to. Not everything is going to be an awards-worthy performance. She further went on to say that critics absolutely serve no purpose. And I'm not saying that to be nasty either. She said they always feel like they're telling you something that you don't know. Somehow that you're living a life that you're surrounded by. People who lie to you. And I'm going to be the person that leans in and tells you the truth. So it gives them an opportunity to be cruel to you. But ultimately, I feel like it's my job as a leader to make bold choices. Win or fail, it is my duty to do that. So she went on to say that anyone playing someone as famous and recognizable as Michelle Obama will prove to be almost impossible. And such roles always going to be met with someone is doing too much or not enough. And she said, and this is what stung me the most. She was asked if she had heard what Michelle Obama thinks of her portrayal, and Davis replied, "I don't have any personal contact with Michelle Obama." And so I'm like, wow, damn. You know, I mean, when you put your best into it, and you know, Viola Davis is one who puts, you know, for me, I look at her like a Meryl Streep. She puts her all into it. She studies the role. She puts out good quality content, and just to hear people just stay stuck on the fact that her facial, the biggest thing was her facial expressions, doing her lips like that. Well, you know, that comes from her actually studying Michelle Obama and looking at, okay, that's what I need to resemble. She didn't just pick that. That wasn't an in gesture, in kind. And so people ripped on that. You know, she wasn't the best. You could have chose someone else. And to know that it was hurtful for her, and she still was going to pick up the pieces, and to know that she hasn't even gotten a response from Michelle Obama was even like, I'm like, damn. So I haven't been watching it, but I watched a couple clips on YouTube this morning, and I said, okay, maybe I can get into it. Y'all are not right. I haven't watched it yet, but the critics seem so harsh. It's the way she does the mouth. Yeah, but she has to. You know, Michelle has the teeth. Come on, bro. I don't know how to do it, but it's something about the front two teeth. It's the come on, right? So she was trying her best. I'm sure she had an acting coach helping her. I'm sure she watched tons of Michelle Obama footage. Oh my God. Thought it was just me. Zap, good morning. It was her mouth that did it for me. Okay, the faces didn't hit. It was a bit too much for me, but Viola has given us nothing but excellence. She came on the scene. This is literally the first time she's done something questionable. Okay, can we just let her just breathe? And she even said it. Like, she was like, you know, sometimes you pick things that are not awards worthy performances, but she did it. You know what I mean? The mouth did seem a little off. It makes me feel like there's no grace for Black women, no matter how good they are. It really, right. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, what other woman of Viola Davis's caliber could have done this role? You know what I mean? I'm just thinking, I'm going down the line. Like, is there any other woman, you know? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That age range, you know, given, you know, right there. I don't know. I thought it was a good thing to put in her little thing. I was cringing the whole time. Oh my God, y'all shady. Had they used a mouth prosthetic to emulate that slight overbite that Michelle has. You know what? That's true. They could have put a little something in there. That's true. Overbite, underbite, offbite. Oh my God. I was trying. Listen, it's a difficult task to do. Oh, good morning, Egyptian goddess. I'm sure she worked hard, but this was a miss for her. So really, you didn't like you was here for it either. Okay. You know, and I'm sure she put in mad hours of practicing, trying to get it right. And I'm sure the people around her told her, she said in her comments, she was like, you know, they act like people don't tell us actors, you know, this kind of stuff, like they're the only critics are the only ones. So I'm sure people told her, but it's hard, you know, that's a hard thing to do. Like, I go hard for her, Viola Davis. I like her a lot. I do, I really do. Y'all just so mean. Well, Viola, I guess the verdict is in. That wasn't your best of work, but I'll stay tuned. I'm gonna try to get into the show. All right, so let's get into this next one. Lizzo has a new man, and I'm here for it. Okay, who's here for it? Me. So Lizzo popped out for her birthday with her boo at Craig's in Los Angeles over the weekend. And she performed her new single. She performed the song "I Will Survive" as well as one of her new single that she's putting out. And she revealed that she's been in a relationship. Revealed that she'd be kicking off her special tour in 3 years, and also revealed that she's in a relationship and she's trying to keep things private. And I don't blame her for. I'm glad this is like a good lesson. And so I thought they were pretty cute together. I think, you know, whatever's going on, that's good. I'm loving this whole side of her. She seems very happy. You know, I saw the comments that people, you know, you all put on the community wall, and I just feel like, you know, I like it when people find, like, when you have this private happiness. Like, I didn't even know she had a man, let alone they were in like this relationship. So to see her like this amongst everything, now it just adds a little to all of the stories we hear. Like, okay, but you got a man, bitch, so what? Like, now I can say that. Before it was just like, girl, you doing this for you want attention? Now it's really no. So I'm glad to know that Lizzo has a man, and he's not bad looking at all to me. I mean, there was another close-up picture of him, but he's not bad looking to me at all. Like, girl, do what you do. Okay, it's wow. Okay, that's what I said. You show up and show out. He definitely okay. Proud of you, girl. And I like locks, and so I said, "Oh, he got locks too." Locks be freaky. All right, let's get into this other story. Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I know I'm the late one. I'm the late, but I want to talk about it. So Megan says Tory Lanez offered her $1 million to keep quiet and all of this mess. I'm sure you all heard the interview with her and Gayle King, and as we're hearing more stuff, we're finding out more details. So I just thought it was really, really interesting. So I'm about to play just about 30 seconds of this interview that I found to be interesting. Like, girl, you two Megan Thee Stallion to be dealing with shit like this. So, my baby, go in the other room, nigga. You're not stopping me. Sit down.
Argument. Megan Thee Stallion hit by multiple gunshots.
There was an argument in the car?
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal friend stuff. Like, we fuss about silly stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. Like, this was one of them times where it was like, it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have escalated to
right.
that it did. Can you just briefly walk us through what happened that night? It starts, you're at a party at Kylie Jenner's house.
I had went there and we were just hanging out and I was ready to go because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security. Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston. There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the backseat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. Mm-hmm. And it was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. Mm-hmm. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse. Like,
arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse. And I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. Mm-hmm. So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance. And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Took me the fuck out. I fell on the floor. I rolled over. Bitch, I started running around the house. Dance, bitch. Dance, bitch. Megan, you should have came out with a song called Dance, Bitch. You really should have. And I don't know if you wait for the court case to get over with, but beat that nigga to the punch. You really should have came out with a single called Dance, Bitch. Okay, so let's get into this. My honest opinion is that because we're not hearing what the argument was about, because we're not hearing we're not hearing the meat and potatoes. Normally people will say, yeah, she was arguing with him about X, Y, and Z because of this, and they had nothing to do with me. So I wanted to get out of the car because we're hearing, there was arguments in the car between them two, not me, and I wanted to get out because I have nothing to do with it. Where it's very vague. It's giving, threesome. It's giving very much so a lot of a triangular, some shit going on, which we pretty much for the most part, we pretty much all have alluded to the fact that Tory was screwing both of them. She came out in this interview also saying that there was no sexual relationship between them. And I was saying to myself, now, if you are a celebrity and you want to ensure that you maintain a certain level of you can say those things, whether it's true or not, false or not. Who's going to deny it? People going to hate you or not? They're going to say it or not. So I think her saying that was just putting that statement out there. I definitely think Meg and Tory messed around. I definitely think her friend messed around with Tory. I definitely think that Tory had shown them to aggressive behavior before. Now, I don't know if you all remember this, but she also came out a long time ago and said that when she was on live and he was on live for his 30th birthday or something, she had on a bigger chain than his, and he got a little mad about that. Like she was trying to stunt on him for his birthday. And so as I'm adding like a lot of the different things up, and then his behavior in general, it just seems like he's an aggressive guy. We have an aggressive situation here turned, sour. And I do think that, I do think that things escalated where it shouldn't have escalated. And I'm just confused as to how did it get to the point where you get out the car, they persuade you to get back in the car, and then all of a sudden you are pulled into the argument by being shot at. Like, Meg, come on, baby. I'm not putting the blame on you, but you got to get more meat to the story. Maybe you can't because it's still in court, but I just feel like, right now, nobody's hands is clean. I can't pin this on nobody. Only thing I can pin on is saying that definitely somebody got shot, and knowing that some of the bullets are still in her foot. I said, wow, you still got some of this stuff in you and you've been performing. I don't know. This one right here is, normally stuff is clean, cut and dry. This one just seemed like he's denying he even shot or had a gun, even though they found gun residue on his hand. She's denying that she had any relationships with him. They were just going to the party together. So now we're here in this whole, okay, what? I don't know. What did you all think about this? Something happened, but somebody lying. Okay. I hope the public don't ruin it. I hope so. I hope they've been making love, going on trips, all that shit we haven't been knowing about, seeing about. That way they can sustain the public hate, like all of that. Because again, girl, get your man, do your thing. He is giving He is giving. Oh, listen, I told you I like a certain. I don't need no little thing. Jump right on. Okay, not this morning. That is how I talk to my dog. Okay, get on my face. I have to Eli. Because see, the thing is that he does what he wants. And then when I have to do stuff like get on a Zoom call or do for work, he wants to come scratch me. Just come on my leg and just start scratching me. If you don't get you're scratching me. It's one thing to sit next to me, but you're scratching me. I'm 50-50. I just don't know more. Right. That interview did not convince me of anything, but you're out here doing a PR stunt. You gave the first interview to somebody that could, make this seem credible. Gayle, on those lines. Gayle's probably an extension of Oprah and a lot of PR. Oh, you got Gayle interview? Great. So you did that. But to me, it's just like you are not saying the same. You're not giving us what we want to hear. You're just, what the fuck happened? Oh, girl, was y'all fucking? Was it a threesome gone wrong? And then to know there was a security man in the car as well during all of this, it's like, wait a minute. So what does he know? I'm over Megan Tory. The hell? Something happened, but maybe everybody is lying. Right. That's how I feel. Something going on. Yeah, something is missing. Child, it is giving whole car skied up and needed of a nap. Seriously, he probably was popped up on something. She probably was back there popped up on something. Who knows? I almost said something. Probably was fucking in the back seat and she didn't like it and went off. Allegedly, Meg Thee Stallion. Don't be mad at me, please. Gosh, I just want you to come out here and just let us know. We're gonna be on your side regardless. Oh my God, he really sounds petty. Very much so. Very petty. Petty Betty. Eli wants all the attention all the time, all the time. And then since I had him away for like 5 days, I feel bad for like taking him to daycare or doing anything like that. So I'm trying to keep him with me for like at least 6 or 7 days. And it's just been like, all right, nigga, I've been closing him in the room. Get out of my face. Good morning. Good morning, Honest Road. Good morning to you. I said, y'all have been up for all night. I said, I know y'all was going to be tired this morning, but I'm glad some of you all are here rolling with me. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to stay tuned to this Megan Thee Stallion story. And then he offered both her and her friend $1 million to be quiet. Like, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, so if he offered you that, is that him admitting that he did something? Like what the fuck is going on? So yeah, again, I'm gonna sit here and just be quiet on that. Now let's get to this other weird ass story. DaBaby in this shooting story from 2018 that was unearthed by the video footage that got released. Now, mind you, the court and everybody had saw this video footage and they had already cleared him. He had already been cleared. It was self-defense claim. Then TMZ got their hands on the footage and released the footage. And everybody was like, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute now. What happened? So before I show the video footage, I want to read to you. We're going to read this again because I know goddamn well what I heard. So per TMZ, the rapper's lawyers denied that the Rolling Stone published survey. Oh, Rolling Stone was the first ones who got it. Sorry, not TMZ. The Rolling Stone published surveillance footage, which was previously unseen, contradicts his self-defense narrative. They're saying that the footage of the shooting was reviewed by prosecutors back in 2018. They deduced that the DaBaby, whose real name is Jonathan Kirk, did act in self-defense. So the shooting took place at a Walmart in North Carolina on November 5th. DaBaby shot and killed 19-year-old Jalen Craig, and the victim's family have repeatedly made it clear how they feel the investigation was improperly handled. Craig's friend, Henry Douglas, claimed the incident started when DaBaby was annoyed that he was recognized in public. He allegedly told Craig and Douglas they should go outside and fight, although DaBaby has claimed the victim and his friend were the instigators. But the footage shows the rapper punching what describes as a blind-sided Douglas and then pulling out a handgun and shooting Craig. The rapper said that Craig brandished the firearm he was carrying at the time of the incident. So knowing that, that's allegedly what happened. You know, they recognized DaBaby. He didn't like that shit. Yo, let's go outside and fight. What the fuck, bitch? Aren't you DaBaby? I'd have called, knowing me, I would have called the police on his ass. I literally would have, just because I know you're a celebrity and you out here acting like that. This man has some mental health issues. Who knows what other person is going to recognize him? I swear to God on everything. I know in my heart of hearts, if I'd have walked into this man in Target and was like, DaBaby? And he said, let's go outside and fight. I swear to God, I'll stop right there. Oh, this shit is true. Bitch, you are nuts. Hold on. Hello? Y'all got to get down here. This is for real. For Jonathan Kirk is at the Target. I damn sure would have. Yes, I would. In all my might, I would have. Any other nigga, different. DaBaby, oh yeah. Oh yeah. The fuck is wrong with you? I definitely believe that. I 100% believe DaBaby felt like he was recognized and was like, yo, cut that shit out. Don't say I'm with my people. Don't say no shit. And they probably was like, yo. And he's like, yo, let's go outside and fight. And then we have this situation. Now, everything I said was allegedly, okay, I don't know, wasn't there, but this is how I feel. And looking at it, it's my opinion and my commentary. So let's check out this video and let's, come up with our own little opinion. Can you cut off my alarm, please? You just gonna let it just play? I've been sitting here listening to my alarm. I'm like, I know you got to hear it. All right.
So just released never before seen security footage of the fatal November 2018 incident. DaBaby has always claimed that he was approached by two men who threatened him with a gun while he was shopping with his then partner and their children. The new footage, however, appears to show DaBaby throwing the first punch. The man who was punched, Henry Douglas, told police a scuffle broke out after DaBaby punched him. He said his best friend, Jalen Craig, was the one who tried to break up the fight when DaBaby pulled out his gun and shot him. DaBaby was never prosecuted for Craig's death. His family is now hoping for an independent investigation into the case and DaBaby to be prosecuted. Just days ago, DaBaby, real name Jonathan Kirk, was involved.
Girl, I gave you a little bit of shine, honey. Yeah. What do you all think after seeing that footage? I know you probably have seen it before, but what do you all think? He sounds petty. Is Meg still with Partisan Fontaine? I don't think they are. They're not together anymore, but he does defend her. Now he is a stack. Partisan is, and I like Partisan the way he rap and what he be rapping about. Y'all ever listen to Partisan Fontaine? Cardi B's ghostwriter. I just said petty all day long. All day long. TMZ is messy, right? Right, huh? Shooting fans, punching fans. He got issues. I'm telling you right now. That's what I'm saying. If I ran to this nigga in the store, knowing what I know, hey, and that's all I said was what up, and you, what up, DaBaby, and you said let's go outside and fight. Oh, red alerts go off in my head like, oh shit, bitch, this is just beyond me. That shit is crazy. That fool he looked crazy. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's not even attractive anymore. Like I used to think he was like, oh, it's DaBaby, but now it's to the point where it's like, the fuck are you doing? Like, are you really that mad? Like, are you mad? Like you like the angry, you're not even an angry black nothing. You're just an angry man. Like, what's wrong? I watched the video of DaBaby chewing gum and I said, You thinking what I'm thinking on the low? Yeah, I think if you even as a male, if you date somebody like DaBaby, you got to be prepared to go through some fights. Like I think he wants to be like admired, put on a throne, feet kicks. I remember he put a video out on a plane of a woman, one of his baby moms, rubbing his feet. And I was just like, I couldn't say much because I said she agreed to do it. So he put it on his Instagram story, and I was like, wow. I mean, the shit, I won't say people. I'll throw myself in the hat, but the shit we do for people, when it comes to that bag. Did you see him in his little jersey dress? Yeah, and DaBaby is 5150. DaBaby is a 5150 case. I'm telling you. Hold on now. That ain't Eli. Yeah, it was. At a Walmart, really? Yes. Yes. It was a basketball jersey, and he had on shorts. And it looked, yeah, because he liked to wear them long ass jerseys. That part, slinging that chewing gum around his mouth. Yeah, so I don't. So they want to open this back up. Do I think they're going to be able to get this case open back up? Before the whole LGBTQ, comment and that whole debacle. Before that, if they would have tried this, I don't think it would have been any legs or anybody saying, let me see. But now, given everything and how sometimes this could be a hit, like this could possibly be, someone at a label high up who's trying to come after him, possibly going after him, finding these different things and leaking them out to Rolling Stone. Because how did they just get the footage? Who, why, when, where, and how? Maybe they did put a request in and they finally got it. So this could be a totally hit job to come after him. And it could work. Public opinion is definitely on the side of what the hell is going on here. Now, like I said, before that whole debacle at his concert, this might have been washed under the rug. It may have been like, they say, but now I think people are looking at him like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No double jeopardy. Yeah, that's true. But they want an independent person just to review it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that, who will want to review. That's me. But, some people might want to just do it for the sake of just coming out to the public to say, yeah, this seemed like it was a wrong case, a wrong verdict. So I don't know. I think it's a whole campaign against DaBaby at this point. And I'm just being honest. So I'll stay tuned. Keep you all posted on this whole mess. Now let's get into this. Chopper City arrested for sex trafficking. I said, I don't know if y'all ever saw this man's face, but who, how, why, what, where? How could this possibly go on? So Cora apparently He has been busted for sex trafficking. Law enforcement accusing him of being a pimp. According to legal docs obtained by TMZ, an undercover vice detective in Nevada posing as a sex worker says Chopper direct messaged them on Instagram with an apparent offer to make money through prostitution. He posted tons of shit on IG alluding to him being a pimp, like this picture here. And he got sending them, I guess with money bags. And it's like, you couldn't send me no fucking where. You couldn't even send me to the bathroom. In the docs, the undercover cop says they launched an investigation into Chopper after seeing social media evidence of potential sex trafficking. And the undercover person called him and he bragged about frequent travel and having 7 homes across the country. And then, so, they moved on. He was talking about making her a part of his team. She was scared. She didn't want to do it. So eventually he became forceful, saying, you need to come down here and join the stable. Then once the girl said no, he became angry and was like, you need to pay me $2,000. And so from there, he was arrested and charged with felony sex trafficking, and he was released on his own recognizance. Now, what in the hell? I know this is prevalent on IG. It's a lot of pimps on IG, male and female pimps, on social media and stuff like that. But Chopper, really? Like, you're not just, you're in the public eye. You're tied to Diddy. So people, like, I'm not saying what you're doing is right or wrong, but you're really using your celebrity status to be a pimp. I mean, you don't see what's going on with R. Kelly. Like, you really are missing the news. Like, you don't see what's going on with R. Kelly. You think you just gonna get away with some shit. You wasn't the smartest of the bunch on the show. You don't look that smart either. And I don't know how anybody could ever be confused that you got enough money to fly them around the country to be selling pussy. Like, I was offended. Actually, I was offended. I was mad when I saw this. So I said, nah, Chopper, are you kidding me? Court of public opinion will be eating that ass up. That's all it is. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Good morning, Caramel Bunny. Good morning. Never heard of him. I am old. Chopper. So he's from Making the Band. And he was one of them. We talked about the other guy on Making the Band who came out saying that Freddie P, that Diddy cheated him out of some coins and stuff like that. So everybody's out here doing something different. No wonder Chopper ain't come out and say nothing. He out here pimping. And apparently, he's getting them through social media. So he would go after them, send them messages on oh, thank you for sharing the video. Send them messages on IG promoting, hey, come work for me. And then I guess girls would, give in and go work for him around the country. He said he has a home in Vegas and Charlotte, North Carolina, and all these different places. What a wrong way to go out. Chopper, you probably are done, bro. If this is definitely the truth, you're probably done. And I want to know the ages of these girls. I'm curious to know the extent of what this sex trafficking looks like. Are we talking about young girls, minors? Are we talking about grown-ass women with Instagram models? Like, I'm curious to know what caliber of woman would have said, oh, Chopper, the dusty rapper from Making the Band. Yeah, I'll work for you. I couldn't have been your friend and you told me some shit like that and I got excited. Guess who hit me up? Bitch, who? Chopper. Who? What? Chopper from Making the Band. Oh, okay. The fuck? I would be broke. I would be like, okay, send me a voice. I need an audible, bitch. You can send me a voice note. I ain't going nowhere with you. Like, the hell to the nizzy. Not at all. No, ma'am. Diddy is a bad businessman. Nothing he has last. But Diddy is doing something. Oh, he just bought his Sean John wear back, label back, and he's in the process of now relaunching it and changing it around so he can get back into the fashion industry. He also did something else. I can't remember, but he either bought a group or is about to form another group or doing something musically. And I was like, Diddy, if you don't go sit your ass, this is another one. I just said it on Wednesday where people need to learn to transition. Okay, you was in the forefront. Now it's time to transition to executive producer. You can't always be in the front. Nigga, sit your ass the fuck down. Can we all collectively, when we see him in public, chant, sit down. Sit down. Sit your ass down, Diddy. It's okay to sit down. Bitch, I'm sitting. Sit down. You got bank and you out here still trying to with the city girls, with Carisha. She hate when we say her name. I can't wait to see her in public. Baby, I'm gonna be so rude. She ain't gonna like it. Carisha. She ain't gonna like it because I am. I told my friend, I said, who the fuck? You should never said it. I definitely am. I surely the fuck am. I'm right next. Who the fuck said my fucking name? Oh, my bad. What's your name? I surely am. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Is he on the season that walked for? Yes, with the dusty braids and the dry lips. That was him the whole fucking time, the whole season. That's why I went back to that show like in the bandana. It was just disgusting. It was just nasty. And he brought the girls home and slept. I remember that whole time growing up, like watching that in the real world. It was just like he was definitely not the one on the show that I was like, man, he definitely had it bad. So he need this. Hey. Aisha. Did I say it right? Why I ain't going? Oh, you know it's gonna sell. It's not gonna sell to us, but it's gonna sell because it's close to. You know what I'm saying? Sean John is the best thing he has. Sit your ass the fuck down. Sit down. Please sit your ass down. If it's Chopper, he was walking for cheesecake. Yes, it's Chopper. Hey, Risa, come on in. Good morning, you so fatty. I'm for real. I'm dead ass serious. I'm you know, and then also another thing about this was he was I guess he was posting all these pictures on his IG with the caption, like with these subpar captions alluding to, you know, if you want to be on the team, and he was calling his team the stable, one of his horses. I said, if you don't get the fuck out of here because you look like a horse. This is so crazy to me how these people think they can get away with doing this shit on social media. You got to be careful when you're a public figure like that. Like any little thing like that, somebody reports you. I wouldn't even be mad if somebody didn't report him and this kicked it off. Like, you never know who could report that shit as like, yo, this might be something. And then you're black and you're, you know, alleged to be a rapper because, you know, you could be acting that way too. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, did you see me? I said, okay. Okay, that's all. I just need to step back. Nick, period, niggas. That's all it is. That's all it is. So I don't feel bad for him, but I know one thing. This face right here shouldn't be trafficking nothing but Noxzema and black soap. I'm talking about he need to put them in the craters. I was telling my friend this. My friend, I'm sorry. You know, and I love you. My friend is dealing with some bad razor bumps right now. And I said, you know what you need to do? I said, don't put Noxzema over your entire face. I said, just in them bumps, put it deep into them holes. Stick that Noxzema up in there and then go steam your face. So as your pores are opening up, Noxzema is falling right in them bitches, right into them holes and blowing that dirt out because he had it bad. And that's what this man needs. He needs to put chemicals in them holes of his face. So no sex trafficking for you, honey. Not at all. No, ma'am. You're a loser. Someone else who's a loser, Tekashi, baby. This shit right here, y'all. This had me. Now, I don't be liking, nor do I promote people getting punched or hit. I don't be promoting shit like that. But it's something about Tekashi that made me feel like, oh, can I see it again? I want to watch it again. I knew he was gonna get hit one day. I just didn't know it was gonna be this soon. So let's get into this man getting hit. Let me see. Is my screen sharing? Okay, cool. It's sharing. I was a little bit excited. Okay. Got that ass. Got that ass. Ate that ass up. Whoever did it for all of us. That was for everybody. That was for everybody. Meek, Favion Foreign, Lil Durk, King Von, everybody he's been trolling. That's for everybody. That man said WAP. And then weak ass Tekashi goes on to say, now what I'm learning as I'm seeing the statements that Tekashi is putting out is that he's learning to be careful about what the fuck he says. So the statement that he put out is, he says, he scuffed my shoulder by my neck. He also connected with the shoulder of my security guard. I didn't know this guy. There was no prior dispute. Simply put, that's all he said. I even tried to read it in his voice. Again, he scuffed my shoulder by my neck. He also connected with the shoulder of my security guard. I didn't know this guy. There was no prior dispute. Because in real life, Tekashi don't give it up. That's exactly how he talks in real life. That's why I'm like, bro, you need to go do a whole revert back. While you got your bag, revert back and go pull a pop. You need to go be hanging with Justin Bieber. Bitch, you need to have a whole single with Britney Spears. You trying to be hood. People they don't want you. You doing the wrong fucking thing. You gonna keep getting hit in the back of your head. Now, security didn't even come quick enough. Shit, you worse than Carry On. I mean, damn, I will fire my security after watching the footage. The security was open. I mean, it was just like, wah, and so, everybody rejoiced. I rejoiced. But he definitely didn't pop off. He wasn't like, yo, womp, womp, womp. He didn't say none of that. It was just, there was no prior dispute. He connected. He scuffed my shoulder. No, nigga, he hit you in the back of the head on them pigtails, them greasy ass, unraveling ass, lice, could possibly be lice, of allegedly ponytails. He got your ass. I didn't feel bad for him. What y'all think? No one felt bad for him, right? Keyword is connect. Another one to sit your ass. Please. Why don't they want to just sit down? I don't understand. Sometimes resting your legs and your knees, it gives you the best, sort of the best pleasure and joy that you can get. Why is it frozen? What are we doing? Oh, there we go. Did he know alleged to be a rapper? Because and I feel bad because I said that about Doja Cat. Now she out here crying. That's the reason she mad, is because people are saying she isn't a rapper. Then you got, who is it out here saying, Wale out here talking about if anybody who knows Doja Cat and says she's not a rapper don't know what rap is. And I said, now you know how you've been questionable too. Now, from being a lyricist or a rapper, like, are you poetry, or are you poetic, a lyricist or a rapper? What are you? People question you. I know you as a rapper. Don't question me, question Doja Cat. I don't know what the fuck she giving. To me, she gives 2 years ago Nicki Minaj. Like, she gives me, and this is just my opinion, but I feel like in 2025 she's gonna be giving 2023 Nicki. Like, I just feel like she stepped behind. All of this shit was done on Nicki's pop album, Roman Reloaded, that bubbly pop album. That shit that I didn't that breezed right through my lifetime. I heard it and it was like, oh hell no. I remember telling my ex-best friend during that time frame, why in the hell would she record this shit? But yeah, I don't see it for her. Diddy knows how to waste talent. The band group was full of talent. Even the girl with the lips, no motherfucking man. Day 26 and Danny Kane were both great groups. Danny Kane was absolutely a beautiful group, and Day 26. It's crazy. He was wide open. Period. Got stole off on. It's been a long time coming. Not rest your legs and your knee. Sometimes you really do. People really do need to understand. Like, maybe you need a knee rest. You need to go and have a seat. Lord, not Britney Jean. Hold up now. Let me just say something about Britney Spears. I'm glad. Shit, I'm catching up on the news anyway. So I was catching up on my Britney Spears. Now she getting off Instagram. Now she done with social media. I said, Britney, you didn't think about that when you was showing your stomach and your going nude on Instagram. Now you want to get off? Oh, I know why. You want to get off because you want people to buy this book. You want to go ghost again. So the only thing you pop back out is with this book where it'll make money. I get it. You don't want to give no more content. some PR person is really, really good behind you. I'm glad you finally got the mechanics of it, but I think you should have been got off posting that shit. You know how this looks after you just got out of conservatorship. You out here posting. I couldn't believe she talking about some woman body be free. Yeah, but we got to remember, we just got out of conservatorship, honey. We got to ease into our freeness. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but girl, it's like you got out of conservatorship and just went out and showed your nipples again, like, or you went shaved your head bald again. It's like you got to ease into it. So I'm all here for her taking a break off of Instagram and social media. I think other people should do that too. Again, sit your ass down. I think that is a resounding thing today. Sit down, just take a seat. So she's gonna take a seat. I'm all here for Britney doing that. But while she's doing that, I think it would be cool if 6ix9ine and her linked. Now I could see her fans taking to a 6ix9ine featured track. You see what I'm saying? That'll work for her. But this other shit he pulling, he just gonna keep getting hit in the back of his head. I'm shocked he ain't been hit with a shoe yet, to be honest with you. Nobody's threw a shoe at him. Don't do Wale. Oh, you know, I like Wale. I like his song. My favorite Wale song, and it's a song that has never been released on the radio, but he got a song called Nike, and he did a remix to it. I think that's like one of his best lyrical songs. He raps on that beat. It's just so fucking hard. Like, I'm gonna listen to it this morning, but it's called Nike Remix by Wale. It's on YouTube. Dope. I know the whole fucking song. Doja Cat's more rapper than singer for sure. I'm warming up, Risa. I'm warming up. She is definitely pretty though. I definitely would love to chill with her and talk to her. Maybe I just need to get personality. Like, is she? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know enough of her personality. Is she like, hey guys, how are you? Roman, let's go eat some vegan. Or is she like, oh my fucking God, I'm so done with this show. Let's go get, what is she giving? That's why always want to see what bitches are giving. Like, what are you giving? Like, are you really like this? Britney needs help. Look at her. Anyone thinking she should be left to her own devices as blind as yeah, she does. I mean, she's been away from it so long, she doesn't even know what to and not to post. She just out here just putting shit out and doing shit. I'm just like, girl, put that in the book. It's almost like conservatorship for her was almost like being away in prison for a long time. She out. That is too much crazy. Britney is sick, man. Nike boots. That's it. Shining like the rest of them. Still got my Nike boots. I still definitely got them too. If he get hits with the shoe, I'm going to holler. You heard it here first. I love Doja Cat. He goofy inside is what I love about her. Yeah, I see the goofy side. Is she not? I see that with Lil Nas X too. All right. So after Tekashi got punched, I just was laughing the whole time. I just thought that shit was funny as hell. So let's talk about this. I know everybody, Blac Chyna, $100 million defamation trial against the Kardashians. And I know it's a lot been going on. So if you have been following it, great. We're going to get right to it. If you haven't, I'm just going to give you a little rundown on what has happened. So on the first day, April 18th, they had the courtroom. During the jury selection, there was one guy who was like, I can't do this because I can't be impartial. He saw the sex tape, so he was sequestered. He's out of there. On the 19th, Kris Jenner set out to Blac Chyna came out saying that Kris Jenner set out to have Rob and Chyna canceled. She was saying that the attorney for Kris Jenner told the jury that the series was canceled by E because of the outcome of the relationship at its center, meaning Rob and Chyna. And so their attorney said the evidence is going to show you that Blac Chyna would say or do anything to be a part of this family. So those were part of the key opening statements, trying to basically position Blac Chyna as trying to, seek a coin and not really being into, really, really involved with the Kardashians, except for Rob. And even that relationship was tainted. And on the 19th, Blac Chyna's mother was kicked out of the courtroom because she went on Instagram Live and talked about the situation. And that shit was so motherfucking funny. And she was saying how Kris Jenner was wearing a crusty ass, tan ass dress. And I said, you know what, Blac Chyna, this why did you even have your mom there in the fucking first place? That shit, I'm like, what was the point of even having her there? Your mom's gonna come back and say some shit. Her mom did, and so she couldn't attend the courtroom. Now on the video, she was saying how she was going to be reporting every day from the courtroom. And I'm like, I don't think you're gonna be able to do that, but we can see. If it plays. Well, it'll play when it want to. What we doing? All right, I'll just let it play. But anyway, so that happened on her mom was sequestered. So on the 20th, Blac Chyna returned back to the courtroom. This is the moment where they were talking about Rob's neck and her putting a cord around Rob's neck and grabbing an unloaded gun. And Blac Chyna goes on to say it was a joke. And so the attorney's saying, do you think grabbing a gun is funny? And she's saying it's a joke. And so Blac Chyna talked about them frequently having issues in their relationships, damaging property, a gingerbread house, and all that shit. Now, I got to say, Blac Chyna looked, you know, in the images that they show, the painted images they show of the courtroom, Blac Chyna just looked so weird to me. She just looked like she's acting. And I'm sorry, allegedly, you look like you acting, girl. So on April 21st, Blac Chyna was saying that she was already public and that when Rob leaked her nude, she had to go in the public and say something. So she had an appearance on Good Morning America to tell her side of it because she didn't want to, you know, it to be left out there. And that's when she became visibly upset and she left the courtroom. Kris Jenner took the stand and she was saying how Blac Chyna's relationship with Tyga was as volatile, and she found out that through Kylie Jenner. She was saying that there was a lot of drama, and she also found out that Blac Chyna threatened to kill Kylie Jenner at one point. On the 22nd, Kris Jenner shared more about the December 2016 incident about the gun shooting, and so it came out that Kris Jenner had texted the showrunner of Rob and Chyna's show and said, Chyna beat the shit out of Rob's face. Then she texted them again and said, ditch this bitch. So they were trying to, you know, Blac Chyna's attorneys were trying to prove that ditch this bitch was her basically saying, you know, get rid of the show. And, you know, Kris Jenner saying, no, that's not it. What I was saying was that's how I felt in this moment. Like, we got to get away from her. And also, you know, finally, the executive producer, this is the point right here. This is the biggest point right here. Executive producer of E! basically said that he was not aboard for another round due to the volatility of its stars. That's the case right there. That's it. There's nothing there. So I already see a little loss for this case, but we'll talk about it in a minute. When her turn came on April 25th, Kylie Jenner said at one point she warned Rob about Chyna's behavior. Kylie says she wouldn't have considered Chyna a close friend, but says Tyga, who has a kid with Chyna, once showed her a 6-inch long scar on his arm. Kylie testified that her warning didn't result in a split for Rob and Chyna. On April 26th, Khloe Kardashian took the stand. Now, I didn't really understand why she was here, but she said that she didn't want, you know, her to be a part of the show because of such toxicity. Kim Kardashian also took the stand saying that Chyna could never be on her show. And then she went to say, I meant our show. No, bitch, you meant your show. And she's like, I can't control the content of what they film, but this is our show. Why would we film with her? Basically saying that she didn't want to film with her on the Kardashian show. And so she tried to prove that she wasn't, you know, pitching to the showrunners that she didn't want the show. And so now the Kardashians have filed a motion asking the court to dismiss Chyna's claim. They're saying before these trial began, these claims were absurd because there was no documentary evidence, economic analysis, or expert testimony that would support them. The family's attorney said in court documents, any attempt to assign economic damages by the jury would be impermissibly speculative. And that's where we are with the case. So that's it in a nutshell, right? Roman, what do I think? Blac Chyna already knows she's not getting no motherfucking, was she $1 million? This is all to put her fucking name back out here. Think about it, you all. This lawsuit went into trial the same time the Kardashian show went to air. I was sitting there thinking like, oh, okay, I get it. This is a business game. Whether the Kardashians knew to put this show out during this time because the trial was scheduled so that it would play off of each other. You know, you got two narratives going. You got them trying to say that she's doing this while you got the Kardashians building their empire narrative on Hulu. You have Blac Chyna saying things in the courtroom that just doesn't fucking make sense. like you put a thing around his neck and you pointed a gun at him and it was a joke. No attorney would think you saying that would be plausible. No, I don't think any attorney would say, yeah, just say it was a joke, girl. Just tell him you were just playing. Like, just tell him. I think you saying those kinds of things is a way for you to downplay your behavior and sort of play up, because if you think that's okay, then it has to be okay for them to say, ditch this bitch, I don't want her on my show. All of that has to be equally okay. That's why I'm saying, like, what attorney told her this shit is okay? Because your responses need to be parallel to how they respond. If they're saying that they didn't mean that and you're saying you didn't mean that, then none of this shit meant anything. And that's what I'm getting to. This really didn't mean anything. Once the executive producers said they did not want to renew this show because, which is factual, the couple at the center of this show, Rob and Chyna, was volatile during that time. December 2016, you got to remember this. They had that big fight. That's it. It's a fucking cancellation of a show. So you can't force them to do anything. But you think behind the scenes they caused it. No, honey, you were doing it. You fucked your own shit up. You know, do I see this as get the white people, get the Kardashians? Fuck the Kardashians. I don't really care about them at all. I think this is the wrong way for her to have done this. You know what I'm saying? I think that Blac Chyna is making it now damn near impossible for any network, like outside of a Zeus, to work with her. If I was her, I literally would have been trying to work on another show with her and her mom. Your mom literally is the draw for you. You probably don't understand that because you want to be in front of your mom. But right now, I think you need to probably have a show with you and your mom and let your mom just get the ratings for you. Girl, pop in and out, whatever your mom wants. But you trying to get tied to this Kardashian brand, and then now you're mad because you couldn't. I don't. You see what happens to all the other black women who associate themselves with the Kardashians. So you thinking anything different, and you thinking that E Network is going to go into this courtroom and side with you and say, yeah, they did. And that's why you have limited text messages. That's why you have, like, I'm looking at the text messages that they do have in court. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm sure it was a whole bunch of shit. Baby, I'm sure they were texting and emailing, but this is what you all have. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they pulled the whole mole over your head. So I feel bad for Blac Chyna? No. Do I think she's going to win this case? No. Do I think the judge might dismiss it? A very slim chance, a very slim chance. Do I think this is more to do with Blac Chyna and Kris Jenner? Yes, absolutely. I absolutely think it has more to do with Blac Chyna and Kris Jenner. Blac Chyna wanted that Kris Jenner representation. Fuck this show. The Robin Kardashian show could have went away, but if Kris Jenner stepped in and said, Blac Chyna will give you a show, I think she would have been happy, but she didn't get that. She got all this other shit. So now she's pinning it on everything else under the sun. You know, they wanted it. No, girl. No. I don't, you know, she's talented though, Roman. Britney needs if he get with his I mean her. Oh, she's quirky, just like any truly creative person. Goof, but it's authentic, and you can tell it's her. Doja, yeah. Have a great day, everyone. You too. Thank you for being here, no one. I'm sorry. She lost at the moment she admitted to pulling a gun on him as a joke. A joke? A joke? Okay. But he should have paid her for that revenge foolishness he did. The nude porn, yeah. And then she cried on the stand about that. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, and I'm, he shouldn't have done it at all. But how many of us have seen Blac Chyna's entire body before the nudes were dropped? I mean, she definitely had revenge porn on a lot of people just besides him. So yeah, she should have gotten paid from him and paid from a lot of other people too. And she choked him with the cord. And this is all coming out in court, and you're wondering why that they were the reason that you canceled the show. My mom, you wondering if my mother had the show that about our relationship where you just choked me with a gun canceled. That's what you're wondering. But I don't even see color. I just see logical sense. I just be trying to add shit up. I don't think she's going to win. Yeah. And I saw that Blac Chyna cut Tyre. She showed him a mark. I'm like, right. Now, all that is what I call an entanglement. The whole family in China and her mama and Tiger and Rob being her baby daddy, a mess. Don't throw in the other ones. Don't throw in Tristan, and then don't throw in everybody else. This is just the one little bit of it. But yes, you're right. I would have attempted to end the show too. If it's violent, it has to end. Absolutely. But that was a lie. He announced the season 2 and everything. But really, even if that was a lie, they have the right to. They have the right to say, yeah, we're gonna renew it. Oh, they doing what? No, we're done. They have that right. Like, we can't force someone. We can't force them to keep a product on their lineup. If let's say the Jenners did say cancel that bitch. And if they wanted to cancel it, they can. You know what I'm saying? That's their right to do so. I think the problem here is going to be trying to show that E was persuaded by them and didn't act alone. Because I think E is going to jump out here and say, yes, we acted 100% alone. We, given the facts that we heard, given everything that transpired, we wanted to cancel the show. And I think that's what's going to be the hardest thing. Even if they put out here that they're going to have a show. I was just laughing. CNN Plus just put out that they have their Prime app. They had to go and pull that shit back. The new CEO jumped in month out here. They put millions of dollars into that. They had to snatch that shit back. So, like, they make these decisions and they do those kind of things. I'm sure people can sue CNN who was thinking they were going to get employed and all this other stuff. But this is what happens. It's like, I just didn't think that this was a case to begin with. You can't force nobody to film with you. And we're going to get into the Nene case. Oh, yeah, that's next. Because I think y'all going to be equally mad at me, too. I think she should be compensated for the revenge porn. Absolutely. I mean, I think that is separate from the cancellation of the show, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think E would have canceled her for that. I think they would have kept that as a part of the plot line. But I think everything else and the participation of the Kardashians going out the window is what really dwindled it. Because, I mean, Blac Chyna's only bringing a little bit to the table. Really, it was about showing Rob Kardashian and the Kardashians with Blac Chyna, and that whole dynamic, and once they pulled out and, now you're volatile with Rob and they want Rob to pull out, so you're leaving Blac Chyna. And they didn't want to give Blac Chyna a show. She didn't have the Christian representation. They didn't want to move forward with it. She went to Zeus, and it's almost like, so now, and then she was talking about how her finances, she was making $1 million or $2 million for club appearances and stuff like that. And that she was at the height of her career back then, and all of this happened. And I'm just like, girl, I get it. I don't know. Now she might get something, but not what she wants. This case has been going on for years. It has nothing to do with their new show. No, it doesn't have nothing to do with the new show. But right. That's not a fact. They did renew the show. He was impeached. What are we talking about, really, B? There was more evidence, and they caught all the Kardashian lies. You have a good point, Roman. I know. She's probably calling them all kind of bitches in those Of course, they are. I think she will get a couple of dollars off of this one. A settlement? You think there'll be a settlement, or do you think that the judge will award her some money? Like, I don't think the judge. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, if she gets the coin, I ain't mad. Get money, bitch. Period. Now, what you do with that bag? Well, it'll be very interesting because it'll set a precedent for a lot of different things. If something like this happens, it'll set a precedent. That's why I'm like, I don't know if the networks will be supportive of Blac Chyna doing something like this, because it sets a precedent and it comes with you as a package. You know what I'm saying? It comes with you. That's not the point. If the did it was wrong, it doesn't matter if it was justified. They built their careers off the backs of Black women and culture. Get your money, China. Okay. I really wish that she could have kept the show. Unfortunately, it was just not. First of all, her and Rob was not really a real relationship in my eyes. I really never felt like Rob and Blac Chyna was a relationship. I really felt like she did that just to get in, to be in on the end. I was about to say, what did I do? I forgot about the other Tristan. He gives Tristan Thompson. Yes. Keeping it a buck. The whole family could not fuck with Chyna and her mom. They couldn't. No, absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. She really need her mom and her are really good for TV. Blac Chyna's mom, Tokyo Tony, is good for TV. That's why I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? If you was really to play this shit right and do your mom right and have a show with your mom, I think what would happen is I think you would get what you want. It ain't gonna be immediate. It's gonna take some time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think she wants that. I think she wants to be the preferred star over her mother, and she doesn't get it. Her mom is just like, you turn her on to be instantly entertained. They should settle. We'll see. I find it interesting. I find everything about this so interesting. You too, Risa. Have a good day. Thank you for coming through too. I find this case to be so interesting. I find it to be timely again. I definitely find it to be timely. The start date, the start of their show, given all the light of things, the interchangeable understanding that the trial and the litigation, all of that stuff had long been planned. To know that their trial date would be around this time, that the start of the show for Hulu planned to be dropped during this time so that they coincide with each other. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that a trial date was set during the same time, really, BTV. Thank you, but that's not what I'm saying, honey. And really, BTV, one thing, I always feel like you come in here and being argumentative with me, and I don't like that. I don't know why I don't like that. There's no good morning. Hey, King Roman. It's like you jump down in the chat and the first thing you do is to say something to dispute me. It's great. I don't have a problem with it, but I don't like feeling like that on my own channel. So I'm just letting you know that's how I feel. I don't like feeling like that. Now, the mom is network gold for TV. She is. She's network gold for any kind of live. She's network gold for IG live. She's network gold for Twitter, for all of that. I love me some Tokyo Tony. Now let's move into the Nene Leakes case, because this shit right here is interesting to me. So Nene Leakes is out here. She's out here talking about Andy Cohen blackballed her from opportunities in her lawsuit. I thought this shit was so interesting. I said, Nene, really, you're about to do this? So Nene Leakes has filed she's filed a lawsuit, and we've obtained documents by Raver Arline that she's alleging that the network tried to blackball her from the industry. The lawsuit claims that Nene was allegedly denied the right to do other work other than filming for Real Housewives of Atlanta when other housewives were permitted the right to do other work. The lawsuit also cites how the network handled other Bravo celebrities, including Kim Zolciak. She filed the lawsuit on April 20th in a federal court. And the defendants, including Bravo, the producers behind the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Andy himself. So what she's saying about Andy is that there was a talk where Nene was in talks to have her own series show on XM. And according to Nene, Andy and Bravo interfered with and sabotaged this effort. Cohen has admitted that he told Sirius XM that Mrs. Leakes would demand a lot of money for any role on a radio show, an obvious effort to prevent her from getting such a deal. Nene continued that Bravo producers lost interest in developing her own show, even though they were allegedly on board with the idea prior to her making complaints. She mentioned Candy, how Candy at the same time was able to be on Big Brother, and she was able to get a spinoff. So she's seeking an unspecified amount of damages, and Bravo has yet to comment. So here's another thing that's interesting. So there's this other thing where they were talking about how the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast, they had to film their promo pictures using their phones. And I said, what? They have to film using their phone. Do I have it? Did I crop that out? No. Well, apparently they show a side-by-side of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of Atlanta, and you could see their pictures and their behind the scenes, and they were saying how they put more budget towards Real Housewives of Beverly Hills versus Real Housewives of Atlanta, just framing this whole, there's this racist undertone at Bravo, which is, helping her lawsuit. And so I'm just very, very shocked by it. And so I think here it's interesting. Now, the whole Sirius XM, her about to have her own radio show, and him coming out here saying that that's definitely defamatory. That's definitely defamatory. That because he works for Sirius XM, he has his own show. She wants to go over there and have a show. See, I didn't know any of this. And him saying that instantly makes it defamatory. You're getting in the middle of her negotiations. Now, her doing all of this about the one thing that I did not understand about this case was her trying to prove that they kicked her off the network. She wasn't renewed a contract for the network, and that Kim had all of these racist rants throughout the show. They did nothing for her. They didn't say anything to her. I'm sitting here thinking, like, is this a defamation lawsuit? Are you looking at suing Bravo, or are you looking at suing Kim? I was confused. About that. I felt like, I don't know. This is another one where I feel like it's all over the place. I feel like there's a merit to Andy Cohen defaming her for the XM situation. Do I feel like he defamed her for Bravo? I feel like it's a slippery slope, because if you don't remember, Nene came out here and said that she thought all of them were doing coke. Wendy Williams, all of them. So that to me was more of a slippery slope than anything. Because you could easily have been slapped with a countersuit as being defamatory as well. So I'm like, I'm not sure about that. So I don't know. And this one has been festering for a long time. She's been out from the network. She feels like Bravo is not allowing her other opportunities, which I'm sure the court is going to say, show us the other opportunities that Bravo is not allowing you to do, and show us the evidence that they've stopped you from doing that. And that's what I want to hear. I want to hear what shows, what evidence, like what is that kind of stuff, because what other shows would there have been? I know the Nene talk show was supposed to happen, but I haven't heard anything about that. So I'm curious to see, what do you all think they should settle? The mom is going to have I'm going to stay up for a few hours. I need to get no problem. I won't participate. Have a good day, everyone. Good night. What do you all think about Nene Leakes? Any thoughts on a Nene? Oops. Oh shit. Damn, and thank you, really BTV. I appreciate your comment. Thank you. No problem. I won't participate. I'm not trying to offend you or be like that, but I never drop in your chat the way you drop over here. It's not about participating. Nobody participates like that over here. No one just come out the room. That's wrong. That's not a fact. You're not saying that right. It's good morning, Roman. All that kind of stuff. I never drop it. First of all, I never drop in your chat and anymore. And secondly, I never drop in your chat like that. I just feel like it's offensive. It's early in the morning. It's crazy. So I'm not trying to be rude to you. I'm not trying to be shady, but I'm just letting you know, I'm not trying to look for that vibe over here. I'm not trying to be messy like that. I can agree to disagree. I always do that. But it's just if we go back to look at your comments, it literally, your first comment out the sky is, your engagement is what you're calling is, but that was a lie. E announced the season 2 and everything. Okay. Then your next comment is, this case has been going on for years. It has nothing to do with their new show. Okay. And then your next comment is, that's not a fact. They did renew the show. He was impeached. Okay. And then your next comment is, there was more evidence. They caught all the Kardashian lies. And then your next comment is, that's not the point. If it was wrong. It doesn't matter if it was justified. And so then I go down to your final comment is, no problem. I won't participate. Have a good day. So all I'm saying is, thank you. I appreciate it. So the next story is Benzino and 50 Cent. Benzino respond. So first of all, this shit has been going on. I feel so bad for Koi. The person who loses in this whole thing is Koi. Her fucking father is just really being an asshole to her. So 50 Cent offers Koi an opportunity for a television role in her show, in one of his shows. And so everyone basically congratulated her. Nicki Minaj, was basically congratulating her on getting this gig. It's a major thing to get a gig like this. And so Benzino's response, unfortunately, wasn't as good. So he goes on to say, hey, Rat Man, aka 59, I appreciate you putting my Koi on, but does she know you and Stars ain't been seeing eye to eye lately? Well, I just got my hands on a federal lawsuit saying that the BMF trademark isn't yours and knew about it and never told Meech or Stars. Big mistake, you dummy. And I said, oh wow, I didn't know anything about the BMF lawsuit. And so he goes on to say, you crossed the line with my kid, but that's okay. She'll have to live with the decision she made to go against her father to deal with the ops. Everyone who is a real person will recognize her disloyalty, and it will be her downfall. Shaking my head. People who sell their souls always regret it. And I'm like, wow, you really feel like this for your child? So he goes on to say, I never ever hated my own daughter. It was her who banned me in a diss song, called me broke in every interview I've done. All I've done was correct the lies on me. Y'all can run with that bullshit narrative. I don't give a fuck. I've never tried to play with someone's kid like that. And so he finally sums it up by saying, man, fuck anybody who agrees with this asshole. Real niggas and fathers understand. And I'm like, Benzino, you need to sit down. Unfortunately, you are losing in this case. You're the loser in this situation. You want this respect. You want this level of respect that is just not hitting. It's not given. Your daughter's out here trying to be an artist. Instead of you supporting her, you want her to kiss your ass and you want her to be on these shows for you. It's not gonna work. Then you're mad at opportunities that come her way. Then you go on and say that sucky ass shit about, everybody that's coming to her defense against him. Why aren't we buying her album? Why her album number so low? That's some horrible shit to say to your daughter. You're not going to come out to be the winner in this at all. And then you're making it easy for everyone else to troll you. Like, you're trollable now. You are really trollable now. Kudos to 50 Cent for, Green Light Gang getting her a movie role. I hope now here's the thing. Is Coy multi-talented? Can Coy give it like that? Like, can you give it like that or not? Because the opportunities can come, but we still trying to feel a vibe for your rap music, and so I don't want you to be moving too fast, but it's good that you got the opportunity. But Benzino, you're another one who need to sit your ass down. Like, sit the fuck down. Seriously. All right, and then lastly, the last two things is Lil Nas X is going to announce his first ever tour. So he's doing a tour this fall. He's going to be in a couple of states, and then he's going across the seas, London, France, Italy. And I said, this is cute. And so it's supposed to be forever. What is it called? The Forever Long Live Montero. That's what it's called. Long Live Montero. Tickets for the 21 day are available. You can do a pre-sale option through Cash App, which happened yesterday on the website. Am I gonna go? I don't know if I'm interested in going. I want to see. I don't know yet. I don't know. The concert launches in Maryland around the time of my birthday. So I said, damn, I don't know. Who knows? But if you're interested, his first tour is this fall. Also coming back, like we knew she was, is Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton posted this to her Instagram: whether you experience a loss or feeling lost, you'll always find your way back. Under construction. And so she also posted Tamar is back too, and she posted these dates of her being on tour and of coming up on tour and some new music. Now, all of the tour dates aren't by herself. She's actually joining 112, Tyrese, Jagged Edge, Tank, a bunch of R&B males on their gigs, and so she's going to perform with them as well. And I'm happy for Tamar. Tamar is an artist I like to listen to, so I'm glad that she is getting out of this shell, whatever shell she was in, and amongst the period in time of her sister's passing away. I think that's cool. Plus, we love some Tamar. She's gonna be in this area twice during that period in time frame, so I definitely gonna go check her out. I think it's this weekend actually. She's gonna be here. Yeah, because we was looking for tickets. She's gonna be here Friday and Saturday at the Inner Harbor. So I'm trying to see if it's going to be something that I want to do. So just a little quick rundown. We talked about Tyrese crying for help. So sad. Pausing his stuff. Orlando Amusement Park, they're suing for $30,000. The family. I think that's the cap for the Wrongful Death Act. Elon Musk purchasing Twitter, and soon it will be interesting to see how he monetizes this platform. Viola Davis hits back, at criticism of her performance in The First Lady, which again, I looked at it as, an actress doing her thing, being really steeped in her craft. And other people was just like, is the mouth. So give it a try, y'all. Lizzo has a new man, and we are all here for it. Yes, we are. Meg Thee Stallion gave us some little insight into what happened. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I didn't feel like it was so insight at all. DaBaby shooting defense comes back up because we got a chance to see the video, and it's just so weird how it went from them recognizing him as an artist to him wanting to say, meet me outside. Like, yeah, you need a 5150 hoe. Chopper City for sex trafficking. And this is just a really crazy story because I never expected that Chopper City was doing something like this. I didn't even go to his social media page, to be honest with you. Tekashi 6ix9ine got punched in the head in the club and claimed that his shoulder was scuffed. Nah, bro, we saw you get punched in the back of your head. And again, like I said, I think this is for everyone in the world. Blac Chyna lawsuit. Blac Chyna's $100 million defamation trial against the Kardashians. And so it's just been, again, it's just so interesting, this lawsuit and how it's going down. Do I think Blac Chyna is going to win? I personally don't. They may settle, they may not, but I think the carrot was the executive producers of E, regardless of them renewing the show, regardless of them being, putting out promo for the show. I think that if they've come out here to say on their own wherewithal that they saw a split in the relationship of Rob and Chyna, and that was the cause of them canceling the show, I think that would be enough for the court to say that, no, they don't think there was interference. Now, was there really interference? I'm sure there was some interference. That's why I said I find it interesting to see the email messages and the text messages that we do get to see, that we do get to hear in the courtroom, and the ones that I've seen. I find those to be interesting because I'm sure there was a lot more to have been said, about this situation. Kris Jenner alleges Blac Chyna threatened to kill Kylie Jenner and was physically abusive towards Tyga. Then we talked about the Nene Leakes lawsuit. And, I think it's multifaceted. I think she has so much stuff thrown in here. You have the racism thing going on. You have the blackballing thing going on. You have the defamation thing going on. So it's just like, it's interesting to see what is going to be more of a priority. We have Benzino and 50 Cent. And of course, this was interesting to me, responding, his daughter. I just think this is just going way too left. Lil Nas is back, is with his tour, and then Tamar is back. And that's all I have for you all today. And I haven't heard nothing yet. I don't know if my car has been pulled out or not yet. I'm not gonna do. Good night, everyone. Yes. Hey, YB, good morning, darling Tiana. Thank you for being here. Uma, good morning. 100 mil. 100 mil. That's what I said. China. What? The thing I don't get, what people don't understand, is that 100 million. 100 million. Like, child. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. Every time we say some shit and then we see it play out, we be like, we said that shit. And I'm telling you this because I be talking to people who be saying the same. I be saying the shit they be saying, literally verbatim. I don't be sitting here like just guessing like, oh. No, I'm literally telling you, like, look, y'all. That's why I said about the Nene lawsuit. First thing that somebody said to me was that lawsuit is not focused. It has too many moving parts. You have the Kim Kardashian, you have the Andy Cohen, and they don't all come together to build one solid point. It comes together to say that Kim was being racist. You got Andy over here on XM blackballing, and then you have Bravo. You have Andy defaming you. You have Bravo blackballing you, and it's like, okay, so connect the dots. Like, I don't know. I wish Nene the best, and she's talented though, and it's like you really want to see her do something, like get on a show or something. Zeus, I don't know if she's gonna go to Zeus Network. I would really hope she doesn't. I think her brand is a little bit higher than Zeus Network. I don't know what other network she can go to that's complimentary to Bravo. Like Oxygen is okay, it's limited though. WeTV, maybe WeTV. I don't know, maybe WeTV. I don't know, but we'll see. All right, you all. I'm about to get out of here. I hear them beeping horns outside, and like I told y'all, they're doing this Flower City Festival downtown here, and they block off like 7 different streets from 7 a.m. to like for 3 days. So like you can't park here for 3 days. And I parked there last night, and I saw the tow trucks pull up this morning, but I said I was gonna wait. And as I was sitting here, I was starting my car up to make sure I can still hear it sitting there. And so I kept hearing my car sitting there. So it's not too bad. Okay. All right, you all. Thank you. Thank you. All right, you all. I'll check you all on Monday. Monday, I'll be back with celebrity news and hot topics. And you all have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. I hope it's warm where you are. It's been so cold. It's 44 degrees here. I really want to get outside. I want to hit this bike trail. So I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Stay positive. Choose positivity first before you choose violence. And I will definitely be back on Monday. I'm going to enjoy another great weekend. Yeah. Deuces. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go, let's go.